YouTube, what's up, world? Just coming, checking back in with you. Day two, checking in with y'all. Trying to get consistent. I'm gonna try to make it 7 days in a row, but I don't know because I'm busy all the time. Like I told y'all, I'm a bail bondsman, private investigator. I do a lot. Got a family, got a wife, got kids. Moving a lot. Moving a lot. Got seniors, got toddlers, got all that going on right now. I just wanted to come back and holler at y'all. Just wanted to touch base with everyone about sports and the whole kneeling and especially the NBA and just what's going on with sports right now and how it's got politicized and how it's not a good look at all. So first, let's start off back when Cap, was it 2 years? How long has it been? Has it been 2 years now since Kaepernick, or has it been longer? When Kaepernick started kneeling. Like I said, I'm not your typical guy that you watch on YouTube that's whatever conservatives say they agree with it pretty much, or they're down with everything pretty much with the conservative narrative. Because like I said, I'm not a conservative. I got a lot of conservative values, and I'm definitely not a liberal. I'm independent / libertarian, if you want to call it, or what you'll call your old school traditional Democrat. But when Cap first took a knee, I was down for it. I was down for it because it seemed genuine. And I'm all about free market. When Cap took a knee, I respected it. I respected why he was doing and what he was doing it for. He wasn't trying to draw attention to himself. He wasn't trying to big shot or shine or anything like that. You know, when he was doing it, he was just doing it because that's what he basically believed in. Whether you believe that or not, or whether you think it was phony or not, whatever. But I agree with Cap. But I also agree with the free market. So if you didn't agree with Cap standing and you wanted to boycott watching football and you wanted to boycott even attending games, spending money on, say, San Francisco particularly because that's the team he was with, I agree with you too. Because like I said, I'm all about free market. I'm all about the democratic process. I'm all about free thought. And I said the person who will win is really the dollar will win. So for enough people that didn't like it and was upset about that, stop spending money, the kneeling with Cap will stop or they'll get rid of Cap. Well, we all know the story with that and how pretty much the NFL colluded, like Russian fake hoax Russian collusion to keep Cap out the league after that, because we know Cap was better than a lot of those quarterbacks that was in the NFL. But it was going to cause too much of a distraction, or they didn't want to affect their fans, especially like a place like Dallas. And Jerry Jones knows his fans and his constituents, you know. And so you had Cap doing something genuinely, and then you had a few other NFL players doing it. And that was cool. And I supported Cap with all this, you know. And I supported Cap because I knew they were blackballing him and didn't want to let him play because, and that's the part I thought was wrong, where they were pretty much blackballing him from making the roster of another team. Because like I said, everybody knows with a brain, even if Cap wasn't a starter, he should have been a very high-paid backup on another team. And that's just that on that. And that's just real. And if he wasn't, I don't think his kneeling should have affected that. Now, people buying tickets to the game and all that, that's a different story. But as far as him getting a job with the NFL, I can't understand how that's going to bring down ticket sales because it is a sport. This is a game. It is about making profit. That's cool. But my problem is now that the DNC, and that's who it is, the Democratic Party, has basically taken over Black Lives Matter and this whole kneeling stuff. They taking it over. They circumvented. They pretty much, like we said, they deboed it. It's over with. the Democratic Party has taken over Black Lives Matter and this whole kneeling thing. And if y'all don't know, Black Lives Matter is not for black people. Black Lives Matter is a fundraising tool for the DNC and the Democratic Party because they have been hurting in raising money. And the way they can raise money is through Black Lives Matter. And y'all need to go look up Act Blue. Look up Act Blue. It's a clearinghouse for the DNC. My boy Sticks and Hammer talks about that a lot. But it's a clearinghouse basically, and all the money found through Act Blue goes to the DNC. After 30 days, they don't have to tell you where it's going or that money is going. But that money is going to the DNC party, because I always tell people this when we talk about Black Lives Matter. Where's all the money going? Name one house they done built for a black person. Name one basketball court they done built. Name something they did that's tangible for a black person. You can't. You're not going to be able to answer that. Because you don't know where all the money is going to pay the salaries of all Black Lives Matter people and people getting rich off that slogan and phrase. And you know when corporate America start picking it up, it's through. This is not for us. This is all showmanship. This is just what they call genuflecting, and it's just social justice warrior fronting. That's all it is. It's fronting for social justice warriors and the DNC. And what the DNC uses the Black Lives Matter logo for is to donate to, because now you can get people from out of the country to donate to you. You get people all out of the world. You get outside influences. You can get Russia. You can get China to donate all the money they want to Black Lives Matter, and then it's secretly funneled into the DNC. That's what's happening. And like I said, I was down with Kaepernick and all them. Not all of them, but the few that were genuinely kneeling because of police brutality. But all this stuff now, this is ridiculous. And the one, most definitely, the NBA, the number one. They're the number one. They're the number one violator. First, you running with Black Lives Matter on the floor. That looks real goofy. 2, you letting them put certain phrases on their jerseys. And me, I love politics. I do politics all day. That's why I got a YouTube page. I talk about politics on my Facebook page. But when I'm watching sports, I don't want to see no, excuse my French, I don't see no fucking politics. I want to watch sports. That's what our getaway was, just listen to sports talk radio. We won't have to hear about politics because sometimes we won't hear about it. You know what I'm saying? I can listen to sports talk radio, get away from politics. I can watch sports and get away from politics. Because we need a breather from that. But no. The social justice warriors and the Democratic Party have infiltrated sports. And they've basically taken it over where you can't get away from it now. And now you got Black Lives Matter. And you got people saying, I can't breathe and believe us and all these other little quote-unquote slogans on jerseys. And it looks real goofy style. It looks real goofy. Because it almost makes you... And then also let me add in the NFL when they're saying they're going to start playing the black national anthem before football games. Majority of black people don't even know what the black national anthem is. And my problem with the kneeling now, not back then what Kaepernick was doing, but the kneeling now, the Black Lives Matter on the court, and the words on the jerseys, that makes black athletes look like pure victims. And that has to suck if you're an athlete. How you going to go out here and compete at the highest level? You got to look over at your white counterpart and they got to look at you like a victim. Almost like I got to curse this time. Don't look at you like a bitch before you start playing. Like, oh, he's bowing down, he's kneeling, he's weak. He's coming as a victim. When you're on the field, I played sports in high school. Junior high, always little league. I could have played college ball. I didn't want to because I know I went. And this is not everybody. I was a football player, but I'm a basketball player. I could have played college ball. Had scholarship offers to several places, not big schools like D2, D3, and like D1, AA basketball. I could have played, But the school I was going to, they were real terrible at sports, and well, not sports, but basketball. The football team would win more games than the basketball team, and I didn't believe in. I didn't want to get up. Not believe. I didn't want to get up at 4 a.m. in the morning to practice for a team that was winning 3 to 4 basketball games. You hear me? 3 to 4 basketball games a year. Football team usually will win 6 or 7 games. So that's on another tangent. I wasn't getting up to do that, but I played sports. Just the point is, I played sports, and that's a psychological thing when you're coming out there before a game and showing your victimhood status. When you're trying to psych yourself up to make yourself, your coach is trying to psych yourself up, your fans, your parents, your friends psyching yourself up that you're the ultimate athlete and you can win and you're the best, and you have to go out there on the field and kneel down and Black Lives Matter. It's like you're making yourself a victim before the game. That's a psychological effect. How are you gonna be able to compete at your hardest at the highest level when you're feeling like a victim and you program yourself to be a victim? Like, make that make sense? Cause it don't. So how you gonna be a victim before you play the ultimate gladiator sports like football, basketball, baseball, hockey, whatever you want to call it, soccer? You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. It's pure ridiculous. Ridiculousness. And now me, I wasn't watching NBA like that anyway. I watch NBA in the playoffs because they don't play hard in the regular season. I've been stopped watching. I watch every time, like on Christmas Day, when you have the big rivals play, usually the Lakers and whoever else, whoever LeBron playing. You watch Christmas, and then every once in a while, like whoever the two hottest teams, like when the Lakers and the Clippers will play, or Lakers, Toronto, or back, whoever the hottest teams were at the time, you'll watch them play on certain days. But I got friends that can, but I can't sit there and just watch a regular NBA game. I just can't because it's too boring. It's walking up the floor, one-on-one ball. I can watch college basketball all day. I can watch college football all day because it's a different game. It's more team-oriented and it's more exciting. In my personal opinion, just the crowds, the atmosphere. I love that college atmosphere. Even though it's a lot of screwed up stuff that's with college, I love that. You can't beat the college atmosphere in basketball or football. You can't, hands down. But when you go out there and you're identifying, hey, I'm a victim, and you're kneeling and bitching up on the strip, you know what I'm saying? That shit, it's a turnoff. It's terrible, and I'm like, I don't even want to watch it now. Like with the NBA, with it, I want to get away from politics when I watch the NBA. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see nothing about no Black Lives Matter, and I want to see no hands up, don't shoot, all victim. Y'all get me cursing on this. Like that's whole shit. That's weak. That's weak shit, man. For real. Hands up, don't shoot. I'm human, marching and all that, man. Nobody got time for all that, man. We out here trying to hoop. We trying to play football, man. We football. I'm trying to hurt you. I'm trying to make you drop that ball. I'm trying to score a touchdown. I'm trying to make you quit. That's what football is about. I'm trying to stop you. I'm trying to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you gonna stop today. That's what football, man game. Basketball, you trying to get in their head. I'm finna dominate you. You know what I'm saying? And you making black athletes look like victims. So I understand. I don't even know how I feel looking up. Yeah, let's say you playing an all-white team like back in the day. We're an all-black team. Playing an all-white team. We come out there kneeling in front of them before. Black Lives Matter. Please give us respect. No, that's everything opposite. Sports teach you. Sports teach you if somebody not respecting you, if somebody not giving you your props, guess what you gonna do? You take it. Like Ric Flair said, to beat a man, you gotta beat the man. Is that registering anybody? In sports is what they do. They don't respect us. We're the underdog. They don't give us a chance. We finna go prove them wrong. That's what sports is about. It's not about being a victim. Even though we the smaller team, you know the story. all the time. We might be the smaller team physically and far as schools, like when a 1A team in non-conference, say a 1A team in basketball or a 1A team in football, go play the powerhouse Big 5A team with all the coaches, all the money, the biggest school, the biggest team, blah blah blah. You get the 1A small team, but they got the heart, and they don't look like a victim. They don't act like a victim. We gonna go up here and beat this big school. And when they do it, it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not acting like victims. Because, hey, we're not going to be a victim. We're going to win. And even a lot of times when they don't, when these small schools go play the big schools or the team that's supposed to be better, even if they lose, but they give them a run for their money and take it down to the buzzer, they get what you call this respect. And that team, like that big school, like, hey, them boys are bad. You know, like, hey, I wouldn't want to play them again. Or, hey, they going to win state in their in their 1A division. I know we're going to win state in 5A, but they going to win in 1A. Them boys, hey, I got to respect them. We beat them, but, hey, you gain my respect because they fought. You see what I'm saying? So when you're doing this all Black Lives Matter and this victimization mentality, I don't see how you can get up to play. Because I ain't going to say I couldn't, but it just seems hard to me and it just hurts it. And LeBron coming out talking about he don't care about Donald Trump watching the game. You don't even know. When y'all talk about dog whistles, that's a dog whistle. When people see that, they're like, oh yeah, you don't care if Donald Trump don't watch. They could have been watching. Oh, but since you said Donald Trump, you don't know how many fans that Donald Trump dude got. Okay, well, we not going to watch. And what LeBron's messing up on realizing, all those social justice warriors and all them pink pussy hat wearers, Antifa type weirdos, all those liberal cucks, they don't watch sports in their free time. They couldn't tell you anybody other than LeBron James on the Lakers. They probably didn't know who Anthony Davis is. All them people that you think with all the Black Lives Matter Antifa folks, they don't watch sports. They don't watch basketball and football. They watching soccer and they probably watching foosball and ping pong. They not watching NBA, NFL. They weirdos. They never were athletes growing up. They not watching your sports. So guess what? They're not going to support you. They're going to be, when they get back home, they're going to be on a video game. They're going to play World of Warcraft and all that weirdo stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to support you. And all the people who were supporting you, what you fail to realize are those conservatives, them red staters, flower country people. Those are the people that actually support you. Like all the people in Indiana. It's a lot of white people in Indiana. They basketball crazy. White folks in Kentucky, basketball crazy. Don't you think they watch the NBA? They love basketball, but guess what? They ain't gonna be watching. They ain't gonna watch the NBA now. They gonna watch they college basketball and be fine with it. So a lot of white folks love basketball in the South. What you feel really like Arkansas? Arkansas is like more of a basketball country. Before football, it's almost 50. It's probably 50-50. It's probably a little more football now. But like Kentucky, Indiana, Oklahoma's a real basketball state. It's football, but Oklahoma loves basketball. Nebraska does too. Those are white states that love basketball. Hey, Mississippi, another place where it's white folks that love basketball. And y'all messing up. It's a lot of red state, flower state. White folks love basketball. Where I'm from, basketball, even where I'm from, Eastern Arkansas, basketball is over football. You know what I'm saying? And you got a real twisted thinking all these Trump supporters and stuff don't watch basketball. They did until you insulting them and playing with them. I think the NBA is gonna learn a hard lesson because if you see from all the ratings, if you watch ESPN, you'll know ratings are down real bad in the NBA right now, and NFL can go the same way. But yeah, I'm getting at 20 minutes. I just want to talk about that. I'm gonna wrap this up, end this up. But hey, They're gonna cut that because it's not really cool. This is really lame. Cause especially when the corporate, it's almost like something when it go pop, go when it go on the radio, it get lame. This Black Lives Matter stuff is really lame. Like I said, it's a democratic. It's a tool for the Democrat Party to raise money. All this victimization stuff. Victims don't do well in sports. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And I'm gonna holler at y'all and I'm out.